everyone. Thanks for coming back to my YouTube channel. This morning I have done a Wim Hof breathing and ice bath, and I stayed in the ice bath for 9.5 minutes, which was epic. Like wow, I can't even believe that. But yeah, this video is just going to be a little bit about my routines that I do for spirituality and personal development. I'm just putting some warm clothes on because after an ice bath for 10 minutes, I end up with cold feet. And even though like I'm not cold at all, but like just my extremities get cold, and it feels really good, even though it's like the height of summer, to put on a jumper and some bed socks. Right now I am going to write in my journal. Every morning I do a tarot and a oracle card reading. I'm using the Work Your Light Oracle cards by Rebecca Campbell. You might not be able to see that. And then the tarot deck I have is The Magic of Tarot by Liz Dean. I don't know that I love this tarot deck, but I can't read tarot without the little book. So when I bought this, I wanted a beginner's one, and this was the one that was kind of in the shop and recommended to me. So anyway, one day I will upgrade that. And yeah, let's do it. So I'm just writing some affirmations and things I want to achieve for the day. I'm not very strict about this. I just allow it to flow, whatever feels right. But right now I'm working on a lot of wealth consciousness work. So I'm undoing my money stories, and right now I'm just writing some affirmations for my wealth consciousness for today. Tessa just lies here all day, every day, looking out the window and watching everything go past. It's so cute. These are for tomorrow's ice bath. I'm definitely going to regret this. I've run out of oats, which I normally eat that for breakfast. So I'm having to use my husband's gluten-filled white bread, and I don't normally eat gluten, so this will be an interesting twist to the day. I feel like it's so important if you're into spirituality or personal development in any way to take such good care of your physical body, because it is the thing that we use to experience literally everything in life. And if your physical body isn't working optimally, then you can't experience states of bliss or all of the things that we work for in the spiritual world. But also, if you want to be a high achiever and you're suffering from grain brain, or you're feeling really lethargic, or you have an illness or disease that prevents you from being a high achiever or an overachiever, depending on which way you want to look at it, you can't ever realize your full potential if your body's not right. Okay, you guys, I'm just preparing to start working. I'm currently teaching in my program called Temple. I'm just starting the 4th pillar, which is the 4th and final pillar of Temple, and it's all about energy protection techniques. And then I need to do some admin stuff, and I think today I might launch my product line, which I just created. So I created a few necklaces and a few mugs. I know that seems like a super random combination, but the purpose behind it was to give people little hits of abundance in everyday life. So like when I wear this necklace, I see it says abundance on it. You're not going to be able to see that in this shot, or you might be able to. Anyway, it says abundance on it. And so yeah, when you're drinking a cup of tea, it's like manifesting dreams and making magic, and you just get reminded that you're manifesting dreams and making magic. And when you wear your necklace, you're like, oh, I am an abundant being. So I'm really excited because I've been kind of a bit scared to launch this, but today's the day. Raising the frequency of your energy, anchoring it in with breath work and body work and other energy techniques, and then protecting that energy so that you're not experiencing that yo-yo growth up and down, but you're actually experiencing sustainable growth in both your spiritual, personal, whatever growth you're wanting to experience. You can use this 3-step process. And obviously, I've said this a million times before, it is not a straightforward / linear process. Like, it's not just like you're going to raise your frequency, then you're going to anchor it in, and then you're going to protect it. It doesn't happen like in this beautiful straight line. It's messy. It is all kinds of crazy sometimes, but over time you'll start to see these 3 things playing out as you grow and grow and grow.
So plugged into what those should be, that I find them.
One of my favorite things to do is to actually work in bed, especially when I'm feeling like a little bit tired or just like low energy. And I definitely should not have eaten that bread this morning because I'm really struggling energetically right now. So I'm gonna try and run the food intolerance program on my Healy, and hopefully that will help. And normally I haven't eaten gluten in a long time, and normally I wouldn't, but I kind of also, I've healed myself from my food intolerances using Healy and like a lot of like other techniques. You've got to test it, you've got to test it sometimes. You've got to see if you're still like deeply affected by it or not. Where is the program? Food sensitivities, that's what it's called. Today was a test and it didn't go very well, but it's okay because it's not like I'm actually sick. I just feel really dopey, which is what happens when you're like, when gluten isn't, well, I feel like it happens to a lot of people, but they don't realize, like, it just makes you fuzzy in the head. It's live! This is what my bed ends up looking like after I've done work in here for a couple of hours. Chaos, absolute chaos. What to eat, Tessa? I'll often muscle test if I can't decide what I'm going to eat. I'll often just use muscle testing to decide what I'm going to eat and what's in my highest and best good. So I literally do this technique and testing, is it in my highest and best good to have sausages, which is very random. I don't normally eat sausages, but today's a very random eating day. Is it in my best and highest good to have vegetables? No. Bread? No. Tea? No. So it looks like I'm having sausages. Yeah. Don't put it on the floor. What are you doing? Good girl. I feel like I also need to point out that if you've been on here for a while, you might know that I was plant-based. I was fully vegan. But my body actually started really craving meat, and it was probably because I wasn't supplementing properly. So now I am way less strict with my food. The only thing I'm really strict with, which you guys will be like, what the fuck, Nicola? Like, you're not really, is gluten and dairy. But when I say strict, it's not like I don't ever eat it. Sometimes I'll test it, like this morning. And if I have to have it, it's fine, but I just prefer not to. But yeah, no longer plant-based, and that feels really right for me, and I totally respect all of your eating stuff and veganism and all of that stuff. I feel like everyone has their own unique journey to go, and I've definitely been down that road, but it's not right for me anymore. So I'm moving back to not as much meat, but definitely eating meat more often. So when I'm feeling stuck or agitated, I just go and channel God, source, universe, spirit, whatever you want to call it. And God's just told me to go outside and live life. So, and of course it's in perfect timing. There's something on my lens. Perfect timing, because if you look here, the clouds have come, so the heat is going down and the sun's less intense. It is the hottest part of the day, but it's actually not too bad. So we're going to go to the beach. Want to go to the beach? Yeah? Okay, let's go. Wait. You guys, I lost you. I lost you as soon as I got to the beach. It said the card was full, so rookie mistake, sorry about that. Anyway, I spent so many hours at the beach just like walking and getting the energy moving through my body. I've been feeling kind of like stuck and a bit gross. Then I did a big healing. I'm gonna do some emotional resonance clearing, but I might leave you guys here because it's been a big day in the sun. So I will catch you in the next one. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and I will leave some links down in the description box for any courses that you might be interested in taking, like Temple, the one that I was teaching this morning. Also, if you'd like to do some emotional resonance clearing, I will leave the link to the girl who I learned that off in the description box below. I love you all. See you next time.